Whoa, that's so trippy.
Bro. Oh.
It's like my insides are on the outside and my face. My face feels like a deflated paddling pool. Mommy.
Good afternoon, this is Jay.
And this is Matt.
Welcome back to the Jay and Matt Show. We've been gone for a while.
It's been a while, but we had to leave the country.
Yeah, I did, but I don't know about you. You stayed here, didn't you?
Stayed here and hid in my bunker.
What did you do in the time that I was in Canada?
It was a lot of masturbation, to be honest. A lot of remorse and sorrowful things.
Yes, lots of remorse. I missed you, buddy. I missed
I
you.
missed too.
Anyway, so we're back on the Jay and Matt Show, and yeah, we are also in a new studio, so we're kind of cramped in here. This entirely new studio because the one that we were usually in is actually booked, unfortunately. But now we're doing this here
In the greenhouse.
And to be honest with you, like outside of our studio, you guys can't see it. Whoever might be listening, if you're still listening. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm really fucking distracted. There's a woman just outside the door, and she looks like she's worshipping my drink because you're not allowed to bring drinks in, and I just left it on the bench, and it looks like she's sitting there worshipping it.
Yeah. So basically, that's in this case, what it is. Like our particular podcast on the outside is a video screen. So like 14 different TV panels or whatever,
You see
just
how-
watching us. And I'm sorry, like I got distracted of it, but like she just opened a door, and I thought she was gonna stop our recording or ask us like to leave.
First of
but
all,
she
yeah.
left like pieces of paper, like of.
Yeah, that's like a blueprint. First of all, she was out there on her knees worshipping whatever the fuck I'm drinking, and then she just opened the door and came in and just fucking set down a blueprint. Let me have a look at this.
So basically, what we're looking at right now is this blueprint that she just gave us.
It looks like a cock and balls. Have you seen that?
Oh, okay. It's for the open day. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's an open day at the university.
Oh.
That's why they have this.
Did you give this to us? Like, was this like, here you go, take my leaflet?
I don't know, but it's just like, the mics are on, so that's what I'm kind of confused about. Like, if somebody's recording, the number one rule is do not enter the studio while somebody's recording.
Yeah, but in fairness, we didn't hear the lovely sounds of the paper as she walked in.
Yeah, seriously.
Fucking
No,
hell.
and then it's like you hear the door opening and closing. Oh, no, we're not busy. Not busy at all.
Don't mind me.
How dare you?
How rude. How rude.
I guess it's just a Dutch way, man.
We're not even
That's-
supposed to be in here.
But it's also like it's a funny thing because every time like somebody walks by, I'm like, I wonder if they can hear us because if we're talking about them, then it's kind of
Well,
a different-
if despite the fact that they may or may not be able to hear us, they can fucking see us on the big screen. There's a big fucking cinema screen out there made up of 4 smaller screens just with our faces all over it.
yeah, and that's also like so basically in this particular studio we have like 6 different cameras, and that's what we're trying to get on.
None of them fucking work.
So we're trying to, maybe we'll have this figured out by next week, but we're trying to figure out how to get a live stream going. So maybe for the next coming weeks
Yeah.
or so, we'll probably end up reserving this particular studio again and try to see if maybe we can get a live stream going on Facebook, Instagram, whatever we may have it. But let me tell you, we are back.
We are back with vengeance.
And-
Yeah.
So anyway, in the time that we've been away, what have you been up to, Matt? Because the beginning of the song, like the introduction, the song that we played was actually from you. So let's talk about that for a little bit. What's that all about?
That's about the sound of love trapped in a glass. I don't know, man. I've been super productive. Like my days sort of blur into one big long day. I just make a lot of stuff constantly. I don't know. It's really, really. It's a beautiful process called life. So I've been writing a lot of music, making a lot of weird comedy videos, and yeah, music and comedy all the way.
It's a beautiful thing.
What about you?
Music is a beautiful thing.
I said, what about you?
It's a beautiful thing. Okay.
I said, what about you?
All right, calm down. Calm down.
I need my meds.
I know you do. You just had a Red Bull. Like the one was literally worshiping your Red Bull outside. Like
Half a Red Bull. And I don't even drink that shit, but the last time we did this hungover podcast and we never put it up.
well, actually, you do drink that shit because you have a Red Bull outside.
No, but it's not what it looks like. It's just
It's a decoy. It's not what it seems.
it's my Friday Red Bull, you know.
It's the Fry Bowl.
Yeah, I guess actually I'm totally done with drinking in a way. I just don't want to fucking deal with the
That's
hangover.
what you say now, and then later, hey, we have some wine at the house. Want to drink that?
Yeah,
because
man.
we never drank it.
Yeah, it was just like last week was my birthday, so we went out, and then just Sunday was like I had not drank for like 3 weeks before that, and then Sunday was just a completely wasted day. Although I still managed to make a video, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then I start to think like, why am I having these like existential crises? I can't even say the word crises. Every time I fucking drink, not the hangover, but the day after. So I thought, like, you know what? Let's just keep it logical. Have a fucking Red Bull, even though it's fucking horrible shit. But it's better than a vodka hangover.
Right on. That's why I stick to coffee. But no, in the time that we were offline, I was actually in Canada.
Oh,
So-
tell us more, Julian.
Tell me more. All right. No, so basically in Canada, I was just there for vacation and some other stuff for university. But
Yeah.
the latter part, the university stuff, I just didn't really care too much anymore because after the first day, it was just not what I had expected from the team that I was with.
Who cares? Tell me about the holiday.
But the holiday, it was fucking amazing, man. Like, because, you know, growing up in the United States as well, like there was a lot of things in Canada that had similarities to the United States, such as when I went to one of the diners that I was staying in next to my Airbnb, we had a 24-hour diner that was right around the corner. So as soon as I arrived in Canada, we were not able to get any money out of our cash machines and whatnot. So I had this whole trouble of getting money out of my bank account. I had to call the Netherlands and I'm like, hey, can you guys unblock my card? Because I need money and I have nothing.
You could go around offering sexual favors.
I tried, but everybody refused me. Maybe it's just because I wasn't polite enough.
My elbows are the best hand job in town.
My elbows, like, would you like my elbows? No. But other than that, yeah, like, one of the things as well is free refills. So on anything like coffee, water, non-alcoholic drinks, you get free refills in Canada.
So what about like if you're at the dinner table and then you're eating something that requires a large dose of gravy? Can you get a gravy refill? Could you sit there with like a straw?
It depends. Like, it's seriously. It depends on which restaurant you go to because there's a restaurant called
the gravy restaurant.
Yeah, it's
Gravy.
So what they have is, I know they have this in Canada as well. It's a restaurant called Olive Garden, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically like it's supposed to be like this Italian restaurant, and they have this something called unlimited breadsticks. So what they do is before you get your actual meal, they give you like this appetizer of breadsticks. And a lot of people, what they do is they just go there for the breadsticks and order like a small salad, which is worth like $5 or something like that. But they
so
just eat the
sad.
breadsticks and everything like that. So the waitress or the waiter comes over after a while and she's like, "Oh, would you like anything else?" No, just more breadsticks. I mean, they're free, right?
Jesus, man! Like, how many breadsticks could you eat consecutively?
Oh, they're
before?
fucking delicious, man. You have to try them. Like, it's redonkulous how delicious they are.
Redonkulous. But
All right.
that's the kind of thing that, like, you know, you can eat a large amount of breadsticks, but you'll never really be satisfied. It's kind of like just, you know, eating fucking hummus with your finger.
It's like getting a blowjob, you know? You're never really satisfied.
Yeah, that's because you
Or a hand job?
sucking your own dick, man.
I'm sorry, it's been a while. No. Yeah, that just turned really awkward quickly.
I don't know, man. I'm like half asleep here, like, and half wired from the Red Bull. That's how little I drink. And my mind went very quickly to sex dolls from a matter of...
Those damn sex dolls. No, but aside from that, I had a really awesome time. But again, what I wanted to talk about as well is like homeless people in Canada compared to here. It's insane. Because, for example, like homeless people in Canada, they're really friendly. So I was getting out of the metro in Montreal. So that's the area where I was staying at. And I get out of the metro and some guy, he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, I'm sorry to bother you, but do you have any change by chance?" I'm like, "Yeah, sorry, man. I just got from the Netherlands. I don't have any cash on me." He's like, "Oh, thank you very much, sir. I hope you have a good day." I'm like, "Wait, what?" It's just like in the Netherlands, if you tell a homeless person, I'm like, "Yeah, I have 25 cents," they're like, "What the fuck? What am I supposed to do with 25 cents?" They throw it at
they
you and
spit
then
on you.
Yeah, seriously.
But what if a person's like about to mug you in Canada? They're like, give me all your money. Thank you.
Well, I haven't really encountered that, but probably like if they stab you, they'll be like, "Hey, sorry, eh?"
Yeah, fucking. Like I told you the last day about the guy who was harassing me outside the house. I injured my back, and then I was leaving the house. Like I got home off work because I had a really sore back and all this shit, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go to the doctor. Gonna go buy one of those like elastic bands so I can start doing that, you know, that yoga shit, but also stretch your right leg and stretch your left leg and these pelvic thrusts and shit. I don't even know if it's working, but I feel really sussy. But anyway, so like I was leaving the house, and I walked out the door, and then I heard this guy just screaming in the background, mad noises, and that happens a lot in Amsterdam. I don't know why. And then I walk the whole way down the end of the street, and he's ages away, and I keep hearing those noises. And they kind of get increasingly closer and closer and closer, and then he finally catches up with me. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to get in a fight. I'm going to get my ass kicked or whatever with my mangled back. I'm going to be able to fight. Get off, get off. And then he just comes up to me, like after all the screaming, looking like he's about to fucking beat the shit out of me. And he looked like an extra from like Thriller with Michael Jackson. He actually just asked me for some money for the bus. Money for the bus. It's like, fuck, man, that's really bad chat up line shit right there. So I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of aggressive, wild, homeless people here in Amsterdam.
Well, it's also a lot of people asked me when I was in Canada as well. They're like, "Oh yeah, how's the Netherlands? How's Amsterdam?" And they asked me as well, like, "Oh, wouldn't you like? Why do you want to move to Canada?" And da da da. It's like, dude, honestly, like, don't get me wrong, I like Amsterdam. There's nothing wrong with the place, but for me professionally, like on that particular level, and I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. It's just like there's not really that many opportunities for people who have English as their native language, because
there's opportunities, but it's just not maybe what we're looking for. There's opportunities. I mean, like if we both throw everything down and say fuck it, let's study Dutch fluently, then we can get into the Dutch market and we can start performing on Dutch TV.
Goedemiddag, mijn naam is Julian.
Julian, man. Goedemiddag, mijn naam is Matthew en ik kom uit Ierland. Hoe gaat het met je?
Goed, en ja, ik kom uit Duitsland en nu speel ik een nieuwe song van een... I don't know, I can't find
Oh, wat geweldig. Ga je gang.
Ja, zeker man. Hey, en mijn vrienden zeggen dat ik mijn accent is uit Zuid-Holland.
Lekker tieten.
Ja, nu kunnen de keuken, mijn vriend.
Mijn vriend? Hallo.
That was German.
Hallo, I am not the German.
Ja. Well, the thing was, and wow,
your German's sneaking back out on you.
So there was
German.
Speaking of that case competition that we were at,
and
there was a point in time where it got so difficult, and we couldn't come up with a proper solution for a business case, that we just completely fucking freaked out, and we just said, you know what, fuck it, let's just roll with what we have. And then the next day, we're about to present it in front of the panel of judges, and our engineering solution was really shitty. So we decided that everybody would go in with a different accent that they're actually speaking. So we thought, okay, you know what?
Tragic.
Fuck it. Let's just try it, because of the fact that, you know, engineering, you think Germans are really good engineers. So therefore we thought about it. We didn't actually do it. We just said, okay, you know what? Let's just try to do it, act it out, because this is like how we deal with our stress.
And what was your accent?
And so obviously mine was the German. I'm like, oh, so yeah, this is engineering
Obergeil
plan, and we are very proud of this design, and we would like to introduce this design in a complex environment. What are your questions? And here we go.
Here we go. Go. Techno.
But if they would have said like something like, your design is terrible, what the fuck are you talking about?
Just start fucking reciting Hitler lines.
This is eine Schande.
I think when you get brought up, like, and you never, like, I mean, in an English speaking country, or maybe like in a country where you're not really familiar with German, or you're not really on the border of it, like over here. You always think like as a kid, like you're just seeing these Hitler documentaries all the time, and you assume that that's what German sounds like. You just hear, and then you meet like German people for the first time, and they're kind of like, oh yeah, that's so cool. It's like really sort of camp by comparison, and you're like, wow,
that's actually cuddly. That's actually what one of my ex-girlfriends said. She said, oh yeah, you know, I never dated a German before, and she's like, oh, when you speak German, like it doesn't sound that aggressive. I'm like, how is it supposed to sound?
So I murdered her. That's why she's my ex.
Like how do people perceive German to sound like? Mein Führer. Ich möchte mein Frühstück.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of erotic, to be honest.
Yeah,
so.
it's just like it's the way that most people perceive it, but like the way I say German is like it's very neutral, and the way that you speak it, it's normal flow. So it really does depend on where you're from.
Do you ever meet somebody who has like a stereotypical accent, and then you're like, this is not real? Like, you know, like a French person who is like every fucking word they say, it's like, I go to the bathroom.
Oh, putain.
I know. There's a guy I used to work with, a big fucking stoner, and all he was interested in is weed. He was a nice guy and all, but like all he would talk about is weed. But he was kind of always talking in the sort of modern hip hop slang and all this shit. That was so lit, super dope, fire! He would always like, be fire, and he would tell me really random shit. I hope he doesn't listen to this right now, but like he would tell me random shit. Like one day he just came into work and he was just like, last night I fucked my wife really good, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that fucking information? Like,
so did you penetrate her?
They call me penetrator.
They call me the penetrator. There are 3 parts.
It's like, I don't know what to do with that information. Like, I've never been that kind of guy. Like, I'm open to all kind of shit. Like, people usually kind of open up to me because I guess I'm not judging in any way. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. People are mad, especially here. But I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. But people have a habit of just like really telling me like very serious, dark secrets and stuff, or else just tell me random shit, and I never really knew what to do with some things. Like when somebody would just tell me about like their method of inserting their penis during sex. I don't know. It's like,
what the fuck? Like,
I go from horizontal underneath.
I come from Bratislava. I stick penis in wife, and she yells yes.
She yells yes because that's sad, man. That's like back in the days before any females were even able to have orgasms, aka it was just standard for a man to just be like, there it is, that's my seed, and I'm off
done.
to work. Yeah, how do?
Good day. But I'm not. I said good day.
I'm not satisfied.
Nobody's ever satisfied. But just rounding off on that, let's just play one of the songs. As if you haven't listened to our podcast in the previous, what we usually like to do is we like to look up independent artists and just get their music out there. So this next song that we're going to play is called Astronauts by Parker, and we'll be right back.
Something's gotta come back. Send it all, I give it all back to understand on the other side. It's so fucked up, I don't know you've seen it before. All the plastic hands, so plastic. Try to give it up now. You gotta give it up. You do anything for it. How you gonna get down? Build a rocket ship. You never have done it before. All the plastic hands, and you're never gonna see them again. It's so plastic. All the plastic hands, you're never gonna see them again. All the plastic hands, I think you'll never see them again. All the plastic hands, it's so plastic.
You look demented.
All right, and we're back, and that was Parker with Astronauts, another independent artist that we just recently discovered. Fairly mellow music. What do you think, Matthew?
All right.
All right.
You're Mr. fucking GIF, I've noticed recently, man.
Oh,
Like,
I know. I fucking like. Speaking of gifts, man. Like, I love like just. I don't know. There's something about it. I just really love It expresses my emotions.
I feel like when I send you a GIF, I'm really giving. I don't know, man.
But
like,
are you really giving? Are you really giving? Because everybody knows you're the giver.
are
not
you
the
giving
taker.
your all? Are you giving 100% of your attention?
I'm giving 110%.
That's scientifically impossible.
So what I was thinking about doing the next couple of rounds here is just a lot of people done said to me that I got kind of a southern accent.
Quickfire round. What's your favorite color?
Quickfire round. What?
Toilet.
What?
I don't know. What were you saying?
Quickfire round. What's your favorite porn star? I don't know.
Avril Lavigne.
She's so short, nobody can see her.
What's your favorite type of fruit?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate. That's fucking underrated, man. Like, I never.
Hey, do not underestimate the power of a pomegranate.
There's some things like a pomegranate that you just don't fucking eat on the regular. Like, I mean, it's like one of these things, like, you've had a hard day of work and then you're thinking, I'm gonna go home, and somebody's like, what's on the menu tonight? Well, I'm gonna have a fucking pumpkin. Just like,
Are you gonna carve it out first? Is it Halloween? What's going on?
Like when you're carving that shit, you're kind of worried that you're gonna like not just cut yourself with a knife, but you're gonna take a fucking finger off. And you're like, I don't know if I think I'll just have fucking toast and water again.
The life of a jailmate.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty lazy with cooking in general. I used to put all this effort in and be all like, a sprinkle of this, a sprinkle of that, a bit of thyme, a bit of whatever, and now I'm just like, it really is just like fucking a shoe in the fucking microwave, and there we go, rubbery.
So out of one of the topics that I just wanted to discuss with you, man, like, so there's a lot of pet peeves we've discussed previously on one of the other podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Is there any new pet peeve that has come across to you?
Oh fuck. I don't know if I said this the last time, but I have this thing, like, I don't have a problem with anybody smoking and stuff. I smoke all the time, but like, it's like when you're walking around in public, I don't know why, it just kind of annoys me when people are just like smoking away.
Yeah.
And then they're about to get on a bus or something, and then they get in the front door whilst they've just inhaled.
Oh yeah.
They haven't exhaled yet. They get on the bus, they blow that part out.
Yeah.
And then they fucking flick the cigarettes across, and I see it in slow motion, like as it hits the floor, and I'm like, who's gonna pick that up? Who's gonna pick that up? I guess they just assume that fucking council workers will pick it up, but I just think it's really ignorant. It's like, what if I just start fucking, wiping my ass in public? It's not. I haven't taken
That's
a shit.
not really
It's
the equivalent here. It's like somebody throws a cigarette. What if I just wipe my ass in the middle of the street and leave the toilet paper there?
Somebody's like, what are you doing? I'm a mummy.
I'm a man. I like to do things in a manly way.
What's your pet peeve?
I think as of recently, this has become a really irritating pet peeve of mine, and this is something that I discovered or discussed with a couple of friends of mine, my roommates. Oh, we have no. Okay, so no, I don't have a pet peeve against roommates.
I know how you feel, buddy.
All right. No, but in this case, what it is, the thing is, like, I ended up going to the bathroom in my flat.
Yeah.
I'm fucking struggling to find the words here.
Do you want me to finish the story?
I'm so confused.
basically,
I'm so traumatized by this pet peeve.
There was shit all over the walls. And
Actually, it was a Snickers bar. But
I had two Polish friends who sent me a video once of I don't know why they did it, but they had two Snickers bars on a sink, and then you were using a hairdryer to kind of move it. So it was like sliding down into the sink off the side, and they were like, oh yeah, like they really found it funny, and I was like, okay, cool.
No, but so basically, what this pet peeve of mine is I went to the bathroom, and there's this guy who always lifts the seat up, which is fine, but he pisses all over the fucking seat. And when you put the seat down, there's even like liquid on there. I'm like, dude, how? What are you peeing on there? Are you peeing on the walls? And that's not the kicker, man. It's just like the thing is, he on the floor, like on the floor of the toilet, like right in front of it, there's like piss everywhere.
I think it's deliberate.
And I'm like, dude, how the fuck do you not notice this after you use the bathroom? So there was this one evening at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I had to use the bathroom like really fucking, I really badly. So I go to the bathroom, obviously with no socks on, and I fucking step into it. I'm like, oh, hell no, dude.
Oh, it's on the floor?
Yeah, it was on the floor.
Goddamn.
So afterwards, I'm like, I was having a fucking tantrum in the bathroom. Like,
passive-aggressive tantrum.
So after that, I fucking knocked on this guy's door. I opened it. I was like, dude, clean up your fucking piss, you asshole.
Oh man, like that's actually I respect that a lot, because it takes a lot for me to fucking snap. I'm not even like passive aggressive. I just get pissed off about shit, and then I just fucking takes me a while, but then I'll finally say it. But what my living situation is like, it's fucking chaos. So like, yeah, that is not like. I mean, you're talking about like piss on the floor. I'm talking about like a guy running down my corridor with fucking wearing only a pair of underwear, being like, like no joke.
Wow.
That's the kind of mad shit that I see even today, man. Like I woke up, there was a party going on, still, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, why? But there's a woman at my work, and she's a bit obsessed with like the cleanliness of the toilets.
Yeah.
And she's become like a bit of a Nazi towards anybody, like, because she's like, she literally goes in and inspects the toilet just to make sure there's not a drop of piss in the guys' toilets. But I have a theory that there is like probably one guy that's working there who literally is just, he goes in there and he purposely doesn't piss in the wall. He pisses all over the walls, all over the seat.
Oh my God.
And he does that on purpose just because he likes it. Are you a stander-upper shitter? Or would you put one leg against the wall and one leg on the floor and then sort of take a shit?
What the fuck kind of method are you using to take a shit, man? Like, honestly, you just fucking you know how you do those workouts where you like ab workouts, you lift your legs up from the floor, see how long
like the back part of the toilet, you put your right leg on the back part of the toilet, you put the left leg on the floor, and you just kind of squat and do like a pelvic thrust.
What the fuck? Like, I don't want to know how you take a shit, honestly.
Because there was a discussion that people were having. Somebody was talking about recently. They were like, "Are you a stander-upper wiper or a sitter-downer wiper?"
I just kind of like lean forward and then.
I say, fuck that shit, man. I don't fucking stand up, wipe my arse. I don't sit down, wipe my arse.
What do you mean, wipe your ass?
I use the hairdryer, the hand dryer.
First, I put water on my booty, and then I use the hairdryer. But most of the time, I get electrocuted.
we need fucking bidets over here, man. Like I like the way that in the Dutch toilets, like it's flat, so you can see your masterpiece. Picasso, bellissimo.
Well, here's the thing. That was another thing. Like when I was in Canada, and I'm sorry to interrupt you at that point.
It's a beautiful story.
But it's so when I was in Canada, it's a different way how the toilets are basically made. Like there's water already in the toilet, so when you do your business, it just floats around, and there's less to clean up afterwards. Yeah. In the Netherlands, for those of you who don't know, like when you take a shit, here it's like there's a display, and then you have to flush it, and there's no water. There's no water. It's just. It's like a shelf.
It's a shit shelf, man. Yeah. It's a shit shelf. But the way you talk about it is display. It makes me feel like I'm going to one of those like hardware stores, and I'm going to pick out like a fucking paint. I'm going to pick out like maroon brown or.
Dude, it's the equivalent of a Dutch toilet. Is like when you go to the United States and you go to one of those hardware stores and those toilets they can't flush yet. Oh, yeah. That's the equivalent of what a Dutch toilet is. When you go to a Home Depot or a Lowe's, which are like those hardware stores that you have over in the States or in Canada, basically that's what it is. That's all it is. But just going back to something, because like this is something that really irritates me as well. Yeah. This actually happened in Canada. So basically, when we're in Canada, we had our last day of competition, and in this particular case, we had. So within the last day, we had our celebratory moments and reception. So we had this guy who was talking, like this guest speaker, and one of my colleagues, so
I can't say his name.
No, I know his name, but he might be listening. So anyway.
No, I didn't say do you know his name. I said you can't say his name.
Okay. Yeah. My friend Michael. So basically, what he ended up doing,
and you said it.
Who gives a fuck? Anyway, so.
Michael cares. Sorry, go on.
So he was drinking a glass of wine like every 10 minutes. So he had this glass of wine. He was chugging it, not just drinking it, but chugging it. He had this like competition with this other guy from another university in Canada, and he said, "Okay, you know what? Fuck it. It's my last day here." And I thought to myself, okay, fine. That's absolutely fine. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You're a grown ass man. You're 21 or whatever. That's fine. But at the same time, I told him after 1 hour, he had 6-7 glasses of wine, which he chugged continuously.
Like
and you noticed,
like literally like in one go, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Wine me again.
And the thing was, at that particular reception, they gave us free refills because it was like a event and stuff like that. So therefore, alcohol refills were also free up until I think it was like 11 that night. So basically, he does it continuously, and then like an hour later, he's getting really obnoxious and he's getting really loud. And so I told him like, listen, man, that's fine. You can do this, but please slow the fuck down. Otherwise, you're gonna get alcohol poisoning, because I've had that before.
Oh shit!
And
that's just a hangover, yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
just
I'm
it's fucking ridiculous, and it's the worst possible thing that you can do. And so as a result of that, I think it was like half an hour later, he started yelling like, fuck this competition and da-da-da. So the teacher that we went with, he told us like, listen, you guys need to fucking take care of this guy, because I'm not dealing with this bullshit. And even I got irritated, because at that point I had to stop drinking to make sure to take care of this guy. So when you have to take that responsibility over somebody because you talked to them before, and now it's just like they're acting like a complete fucking idiot and a child, it kind of irritates you.
It's just putting me in the mood for a glass of wine or 15.
Well, we have like 2 bottles at your place, so we
Yeah, we probably do still.
but still, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
No, it's cool.
I don't know, man. Like I don't see the fun in that at all. Like, you ever been so shit-faced, but you know, like, you're aware of the fact that you're shit-faced. It's like the room's spinning and it's like kind of nauseating feeling, and you know that you're fucked up, but you're aware. It's like it's like a outer body experience. I don't word very good today. Speak. No, like, it's like an outer body. I can't do it, man.
It's a nutter butter. Do you know what the fucking nutter butter is?
Is it a chocolate bar?
No, yeah, it's like a chocolate bar. It's like a peanut bar. It's a nutter butter. Hold on a second. Maybe I can find it.
Okay, so a body butter experience. Just sitting there on the couch with your belly out, just fucking buttering it with a melted little pool in your belly button. I'm talking weird.
Yeah, but like that right there is a nutter butter. I don't know if you can see it.
Nutter butter. I can't see it.
You can?
I can. It looks weird. It looks like a peanut allergy waiting to happen.
Do you have peanut butter allergies?
No, but I got a butterbelly allergy. Oh wow, they got like little dicks on their faces. Fucking hell.
Anyway, Matt is talking about a picture that I just showed him with like the nutter butter, but it has like faces on them now. So.
We'll post it under the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Share this shit.
But yeah, that was what the fuck.
What's you told me a couple of times. You told me a couple of different stories about being really, really fucked up and stuff. But like, have you never been like really fucked up? Like, that's why I don't really drink that much anymore. But like, have you never been really fucked up to the point where you just had to like face being really embarrassed for something you did, like really fucking embarrassed?
Oh yeah, I did that, but the last time that happened was, what was it? Yesterday? No, this was like
morning.
This was 5 years ago, man. It was, I was at a company Christmas party, and they also said, like, it was the same deal. So you got like free drinks, free wine, whatever, and they even reserved like a little booth at the club later on. But my thing was, like, I was never really the guy to go to clubs, even in the States. So this was like my first year back in Europe, or in Germany in this case. So we went to this Italian restaurant. I had a few glasses of wine, not like chugging them, but like drinking
them kind of quickly
in moderation.
At first, or what?
Yeah, at first, like, obviously, and then I'm like, oh yeah, you know what, fuck it, it's free wine. And then I just thought to myself, you know what, I had a lot to drink. I'll probably just go home. And then colleagues of mine convinced me, oh, you know what, let's go clubbing or da-da-da. So I had a few more Red Bull vodkas in addition to that.
Nice.
So that was probably the worst combination ever, if you have that and then like a shitload of red wine.
I don't really drink spirits anymore for that reason.
Yeah. So it was fucking weird because at a certain point I blacked out.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the fuck happened, where I was. And because what happened was, like, I blacked out, so I couldn't remember anything that happened anymore for like a brief period. So what people told me, you know, that little like Russian kick dance, like when you have your arms like next to like a couple of other people and then you kick your legs like to the left and to the right, to the left, to the right. Apparently I was doing that with the CEO of the company.
Holy shit.
But and I was dancing with his wife. And not like
and kicking him every time. Get away, no. It's my wife.
And the thing was, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah.
And
but it was amazing.
But his wife, or I don't know if that was his wife or his ex-wife. That's where I was just kind of like, I'm not even gonna ask.
It was after that.
Yeah. But she's like, oh yeah, you're a really good dancer. I'm like, I'm not. Like, honestly, maybe I was doing some sexual dancing or whatever, but I'm just like, yeah.
Sexual dancing.
Well, you know, like,
Julian, let me just back this up a little bit.
okay.
I think you're being a bit too modest. I've seen you dance. I've seen you dance with the mask on. We were drinking a couple of weeks ago. And I can't dance for shit. And we're just doing guyish kind of like dance moves, just fucking around. And there's a mask that's in my room. And when Julian put that mask on, it was like The Mask, the film with Jim Carrey. Just all of a sudden, the moves were coming out. It was fucking insane. I'll post that as well, I hope, underneath this. Those moves were insane, and I was like, okay, fuck, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with the guy. And then I put the mask on myself, and I got the power, but it was only a very short. I got the power. A really short-lived thing. Ah, fuck! I was going to say something about like a wasted experience. I had an experience once where, like, I just don't want to do this shit anymore. I remember once, like, I hope my dad doesn't listen. I know he wouldn't, but I remember we got in a car crash on Christmas Eve.
Oh shit.
And this is why I'm more pro weed than I am fucking alcohol, because with alcohol is one of these drugs that, like, the more you have a couple of drinks and it makes you want to drink more, but if you're high, you're kind of content. You'll smoke a little bit of a joint, you'll put it down, and then you'll go fucking do something creative. I could edit a video, fucking do whatever. Actually, somebody commented on my shit recently, and on one of my videos, and I do like weird kind of obscure comedy shit. Yeah. And they were like, is there ever a day in your life where you're not high? Like, do you have to fucking be high to actually just make weird shit? I like making weird shit because I don't know, if you can't actually make weird stuff, like, for me, like, anything that kind of like challenges the norm is kind of like an evolution, at least, rather than just being like, you know what's funny? You know, every fucking other thing that is out there. But anyway, the story was we got in a car crash, and it was stupid at Christmas Eve. I'm just gonna skip past all this shit. So anyway, it was I think it was Boxing Day, and we were still a bit shaken and stuff. We were still talking about it. We were like, my brother had like hit his head off the back of my seat, and it was one of these things where like the car crashed into a family on Christmas Eve while my friend was fucking changing the tape back in the cassette fucking tape days. And so anyway, we crashed. It was so stupid. We crashed in a corner, and then there was a family, and I just saw it in slow motion, and the cracks went up the window, and I had to jump out of the passenger seat window and then go like stop traffic, and it was just really fucked up time. But then afterwards, I went drinking with a friend in my room, and it just got wild. It was like one of those things, like we were just drinking vodka to the point, the last thing I remember is we were on the floor, like literally drinking shots like Russians on the floor, lying down. And then it just sort of, my friend just sort of like got up, struggled, opened the door, walked into the kitchen, and saw like my dad's wine cabinet. And now my parents don't really drink. My dad has like wine with dinner. Just was like, went in, fucking grabbed a full bottle of red wine. And I'm like, I just see him walking, opening the door like a wild man, just being like, grabs the bottle of wine and fucking smashes it on my bedroom wall. And then I was just so fucked up. I was like, passed out, went to sleep, woke up the next day, and I see him vomiting out the window, and fucking a bottle of red wine smashed on the fucking on the wall. And I was just like, and then I had to be like, fucking, try to kind of forgive him in a way, but be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? But like at the same time, I was just thinking like, I don't really ever want to get into this state again.
No.
I don't get aggressive though. That's one thing. I get sloppy and I get maybe a bit dumb, but I never get angry or aggressive. I just never got like these people who are just like, after a few drinks, this dark person comes. I love that music. Just came in there. I'm like, this Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. Fucking this darkness comes from within.
No, but it's the same thing with me, man. Because my dad, when he drank, he got really angry as well. So I think the only thing that happens with me when I drink, I become like more relaxed. Like I tend to joke around a lot more. Yeah. Like I get a little bit more happy, and I have some sick dance moves when I'm drunk. Gnarly, bro.
I think, I guess you could also get into like, I'm not saying you in general, but like, I would rather have like that. I become like just a bit more sloppy and a bit more slow. Yeah. And fucking maybe even you can become a bit depressed or something. 'Cause it is a fucking downer, man. I get I definitely get downers now, like, 'cause I'm an old man. I get downers if I'm hungover the day of the hangover, I'm cool, but the day after that it's just all like fuck. And for me, man, I'm the kind of person I need to be constantly going. I'm constantly making videos, constantly fucking writing songs, constantly like with this kind of active shit, and it keeps me going. And after I finish like something, I need to like have something else to work for, because it can be like this it's over now. Like when I put that video up today or yesterday, it was I'm just like, oh, I want something new. I've got something new. I got ideas and shit. But when that second day hangover shit, like I can't think of anything, and I'm just like sort of numb a little bit, and I'm like, oh, what am I doing with myself? And kills creativity. Although a point on that is that see, like if you ever have a good night drinking, for some weird reason, like I mean, if you drink in general, you just drink at home or you drink something. It's not like a not very exciting night. Then you're just fucked. But like sometimes it can give you some kind of weird creativity. Like last Sunday, I was fucked up, but I was really creative. I was making videos, making songs, and I was like, oh, because we had a good night out. Yeah. And I got a free wallet. Where's your wallet? Where's your birthday wallet, Julian?
I don't know. I don't have a birthday wallet. You didn't show up for my birthday. No, it's cool. It's fine. You don't love me.
That barman is there's this Irish pub here in Amsterdam, and it's one of the nicer ones because the rest of them are all like fucking rip-offs, and I try to not go to Irish pubs because I am Irish, but this is the one place I could go to. And the barman is like he's a pirate. He's a big like aggressive pirate, but he's nice or something. I never really got him. Like he would just, because I didn't have like the really strong like potato accent. He was kind of like thinking, he was calling me like, oh, you're a plastic patty. You're one of the fake ones. You're American. Like, yeah, just because I don't fucking say everything like, yeah, leprechaun or whatever. And no, but anyway, like he's weird. He gave me like, when he gave me that birthday like gift, which was a wallet, it was kind of like tough love. Because before he sort of he acts as if like he really judges you or something, but then he's just like, sure, here you go now. But he's a lovely man.
He's a lovely pirate.
Maybe he's dead.
Hey, don't you dare say that about my lovely pirate. He's my pirate.
It's my pirate.
He's my pirate. No, but other than that, I mean, it's been a fucking fantastic show. I think what we're going to do now is just kind of round it off.
Yeah.
It's been fucking awesome being back, man. But yeah, this is just kind of setting the front foot back into getting into the rhythm of this.
This is just starting up again. We should try and make this a bit more of a regular thing, and we'd love to hear any kind of ideas or comments or whatever the fuck, but let's just do it for now. It's been a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're gonna head out with some country music that I'm gonna play.
I'm gonna click my spurs together.
Exactly. Gonna click my spurs together. Hope I get home safely. My name is Dorothy.
My name is Bethlehem.
Bethlehem. So this is Dorothy and Bethlehem signing off. I appreciate y'all.
Like you.
Y'all have a good Friday night.
I'm
Monday
pregnant.
morning. And yeah, he pregnant and I'm his daddy.
I love you. Bye.
My sweat pouring down on the side of the riverbank. Drinking tall boys, catching small mouths, just one of those summer days. Heard something rustling through the trees. Turn around, Lord, what do I see? Blue eyes, blonde hair, Daisy Dukes, and a baby tea. Hot southern mess, I must confess, this girl was blessed. Hot southern mess, letting down her hair, getting undressed. Hot southern mess, I'm losing breath, pounding in my chest. Yeah, I don't think she noticed I was there. Didn't even see the bar was shaking on my line. This catfish gonna have to wait, she's taking her sweet old time. Stars and stripes bikini, dipping her toes in the water mud. She jumps in with the warm Georgia wind and I'm falling in love. Hot southern mess, I must confess, this girl was blessed. Hot southern mess, letting down her hair, getting undressed. Hot southern mess, I'm losing breath, pounding in my chest. Yeah, I don't think she noticed I was there. I was there. Woo! She whips her hair and looks around. I hit the deck hoping I didn't make a sound. Pick my head up slowly and I see she's winking back at me. She's winking back at me.